Welcome back to my fourth study with me. In this video I'm focusing on psychology, and it's actually two separate days. So in this first clip I was mainly focusing on typing up notes for schizophrenia, and this is just because for ease at revision time I like my notes to be typed up with correct spelling in them. And I spent about 3 hours this day. I didn't record it all, but I spent that amount of time typing up the information and staring at a computer screen, which had an effect on my eyes, so I just put my glasses on to help with that. At this specific point, I'm typing up the evaluation, or the AO3 points, for the psychological therapies of schizophrenia, and I really do like this topic as it's really interesting, but it's kind of hard to get the grasp of because it's so in-depth. So this is the second day of psychology revision, and this was actually recorded today on the 29th of September, the day that I'm editing this video. And I just went onto YouTube and put on my favourite classical music from there, and I'll have the link to that video in the description below. It's, I think, 2 hours and 50 minutes long, and I completed that whole thing and 11 minutes of another classical one. I find classical music just helps me when I'm typing up notes, but not when I'm literally revising for exams. However, it's this exact same classical music track that I had been listening to over my exam period for AS. But as I said, right now I'm typing up some psychology notes, and this was on the interactionist theory of schizophrenia. And again, I do hate staring at a screen for ages, but it's the way that I want to revise this year. I want to go digital, so that's just what I'm going to have to bear with. So once I'm finished doing that, I tick it off of my to-do list and go on to the next bit of revision. And this was revision rather than studying, because I was going off of the top of my head what I was writing down and just using my display folder to clarify that what I was writing was correct, as I didn't want it to be incorrect and take this much time on it. I had a green colour scheme going on here, and I used a green mild liner, a green Crayola super tip, a green Stabilo fine liner, and a black zebra ballpoint pen in 1.0. I wish it was 0.5, and anything that I write in red is in a Papermate 0.7 ballpoint pen, and I use red so that the evaluative points, or the AO3 points, just pop out on the page. So I end up getting out a few papers that I think will help me along the way, including a blue paper with psychological therapies. However, I actually didn't use it because I ended up not writing that, as I hadn't printed off the pages, so I didn't want to use my textbook again because I did want it to be off the top of my head, but because I hadn't studied that previously other than one time in class, I didn't want to put it on this mind map and ruin it. However, there will be a post of this on my Studygram, by the time this video goes up with the completed mind map. And I really do like this green colour scheme, but the only thing I don't like is that the red just never goes with any of my colour schemes, but I really like to use the red as it helps me revise.